So student, welcome to the very first chapter of our steel design course. Okay, so in this lecture, I will discuss about common steel structure. What are the advantages and disadvantages of steel structure? The different type of steel. Okay, what are the different type of steel available in your market for construction? And then finally, the properties of steel. And before ending this session, I will discuss about some common rolled steel section, right? So thank you for joining the course. So let's start at the very first. The common steel structure. So what are the common steel structure in day-to-day basis you can get into? The first one is you can see at different location the roof truss, right? So better if you use the pen and pencil or something else for write down the notes, it will be better because I will speak more rather than to write because it will consume time more. So what are the common steel structure? So roof truss, that is the main that is used in factory, or the roof truss that is also used in your railway platform, right? Also you can see different steel structure in bridges, that may be a truss bridge or maybe some plate girder bridge, right? So all these are common steel structure, and in addition to this you can also see the pipe racks, the transmission tower, and sometimes the water tanks also, right? So these are the common steel structure. So now why we should use steel structure? Definitely there should be some advantage. So what are the advantages? The first advantage is, yes, steel has a very high strength. So if you have high strength, that means the steel element that is required, it should be smaller in size. And once you can use the small structural element, you definitely save some space. And once you save some space, definitely it will improve your aesthetic view of your structure. Not only that, as maximum of rolled steel section are fabricated or manufactured in your shop, you get some quality assurance. Why? Because this is a shop product, and once you get the quality assurance, it makes sure that your structure is durable. Not only that, in addition to these two advantage, you can say that, well, the ready-made standard section are available in your market, so you can prefabricate your structure in your shop, and this increase the speed of construction, right? And also the advantage of steel structure is that, let's say you have some frame. Now you suppose, let's say you have designed this frame based on some loading condition. Now some additional load is being applied there. You simply can add some extra girder or plate by welding to strengthen this structure. That is also another advantage. And final advantage, yes, the material is reusable. Why? Because maximum structure, if you use some bolted connection, so if you simply remove the bolt, you can transport this member and you can reuse the same member in some other structure, right? So these are the advantage of steel structure. Now what is the disadvantage? The main disadvantage of any steel structure is that it is very susceptible to corrosion. That is the main problem with your steel structure. Not only that, to resist this corrosion, what you have to do, you have to paint the structure on a regular basis. That increase your maintenance cost, right? So these are the main disadvantage of steel structure, that is it is very susceptible to corrosion. That is why it needs regular painting, and it increases the maintenance cost. Not only that, at the very first stage, the steel members are costly compared to other type of construction material, right? So these are the advantage and disadvantage of steel. Now come to the different type of steel, right? So what is steel is basically? So steel is basically an alloy that is made from the basic material, that is iron, and you add some extra other element. So for example, you can add carbon, you can add magnesium, you can add sulfur, phosphorus, You can add also copper, you can also add chrome and nickel. So based on your requirement, you add all of this element and you get your desired steel from the iron, right? So what will happen if I one by one add all of this material? What will happen to our desired steel? Well, if you add carbon and magnesium, this makes sure that you get a higher tensile strength, right? But it lower down your ductility. So once you add carbon and magnesium, you get higher tensile strength. It's fine, but it lower down the ductility, and this lower ductility affects your weldability, right? So these are the problem with carbon and magnesium. Though you get higher tensile strength, but it lower down the ductility. Now, if you let's say use if sulfur and phosphorus is used, and it should be less than 0.06%. Okay, if it is greater than that, then it make your steel brittle, right? And this also affect your weldability and more importantly the fatigue strength. If your material is brittle, then it is not good under fatigue loading condition, right? Finally, if you add some copper, it makes sure that your steel is resistant to corrosion. Copper makes sure that your steel is resistant to corrosion. And chrome and nickel, yes, they are also make sure that your steel is resistant to corrosion. And in addition to corrosion, they also make sure that the steel is good enough to resist high temperature, right? So these are different function of different element. Once you add them to your iron, and you get different type of steel, right? So now let me erase. Well, so what are different type of steel? So varying all these element, we get our structural steel, tube, pipe, sheet, or reinforcement that is used for RCC. Sometimes you get bolt, rivet, and the material for welding, nut, everything. So all these codes that we'll discuss, and the main topic is the structural steel, right? So the structural steel is our main concern. So structural steel, they are actually made by rolling the melted steel. So once you have iron, if you heat it up, what will happen? It will melt. Then you add some element, maybe carbon, magnesium, sulfur, phosphorus, based on your requirement. Then you get your desired steel in a rolled shape. And what is rolled section? Definitely in next slide I will discuss. So it may be some I section, it may be angle section, something else. Okay, so based on the addition of this element, you get basically two type of structural steel. First one is your, yes, you are right, mild steel, and second one is your, yes, this is high tensile steel, right? So mild steel is characterized or governed by our code, that is IS 226 1975, and high tensile steel, this is governed by our code, that is IS 961 and the same 1975, right? So mild steel are characterized in different categories. These are normally denoted as E250, E300, E350. Now what are these? So E250 denotes the mild steels which has yield strength, right? Yield strength as 250 MPa, megapascal. The same E300 denotes the mild steel which has yield strength, that is 300 megapascal. So what are the high tensile steel? Definitely it will have higher yield strength. Okay, so they are denoted as E410, E450, right? And always you have to make sure that when you are using high tensile steel, they should be as per IS 2062 also. This ensure that if you use this member are okay if they follow IS 2062 for welding purpose. Okay, if you are using only bolted connection, in that case definitely you cannot you can disobey this one. But if you are using welded structure, definitely you have to make sure that your steel section is comply with IS 2062. This ensure the weldability, right? So these are the type of steel. Now come to the properties of steel. So basically steel have two type of properties. First one is physical, second one is your mechanical. So what are the criteria comes under the physical properties? Yes, density, that is 7850 kg per meter cube. Yes, modulus of elasticity, that is 2 into 10 to the power 5 Newton per mm square. And also the Poisson ratio comes under physical properties. Not only that, the thermal expansion coefficient, that is alpha, that also comes under the physical properties of your steel, right? So what are the mechanical properties? Yes, the mechanical properties are mainly used in our civil engineering, that is yield stress, that is denoted by Fy, the ultimate stress, and finally the maximum percentage of elongation, right? So these are the three main mechanical properties that is used in our structural steel, and these are the physical properties. Now the final slide, yes, the rolled steel section. As I have already discussed, like concrete, you cannot cast in situ your steel member. Why? Because it melts only in high temperature. For that, what you have to do in your workshop, in your factory, you have to melt your iron or steel. Then you have to add the desired mineral like material or element, carbon, magnesium, sulfur, phosphorus, and then you roll that molten iron or steel, whatever, through some rolling machine, and you get your desired shape, right? So what are the basic shapes that is available? Yes, you know, high section, the channel section, the angle section, and you can have T section, you can have normal square bar, right? You can have a tube or pipe, you can have plate, okay, simple plate, or flat or sheets like this. So these are the basic rolled section. And also under this rolled section, if you follow in the due course or the due videos, I will talk about the different I section. There are different type of I section, that is I section junior beam, okay, Indian standard junior beam, Indian standard light beam, Indian standard, yes, medium beam, medium wave, I section wide flange, that is Indian standard WB, sometime heavy section, that is HB. The same is also for channel section, that is junior section, junior channel, lightweight channel, LC, MC, medium weight channel, special type, if you have a special type of channel, SC, right? Also in case of angle, you may have equal leg widths if this is the angle, right? These two legs are equal, and sometimes it may be unequal also. That means this is L1, this is L2, they are different, equal and unequal. So these are the different type of rolled steel section available as per our IS 800. Okay, and in case of a T section also, if you follow IS table, there is NT, HT, SLT. There are different type of T section also, JT, junior T section. Okay, so that's it for the very first video. In the next video, I will talk about the next topic. Yes, you will get that in the next video.